Hey, this is Karen with Over the Artsy Moon, and today we're going to learn how to paint an easy sparkler. So this could be for the 4th of July, for Canada Day, for Memorial Day, whatever you feel like doing a sparkler. So this was a painting that I did for the Artsy Moon Paint Club. That's my online painting membership, and there's information in the description below. But let me just show you how easy it is to create these little sparklers. And they're just so much fun. You can add all the little details. You can keep it super simple. And we're going to use some DecoArt Galaxy Glitter. This one's Pink Cosmos. I used the red nebula for this one. You can see how I added it to the black here. So we're going to try the pink out and just see how it goes. So I've already pre-painted the background with some black. And I'm going to take that, what is this, Cosmos pink? Pink Cosmos. And let's say that our sparkler is going to go in this direction, like the stick part. So we're going to just put that Pink Cosmos up here. Those names are so much fun, aren't they? This red nebula and the Pink Cosmos. You can't just get enough of those. So you can have this go, kind of pick the center of your sparkler, wherever that's going to be. And I would load up on this, but do layers. So you can do as many layers as you want. I'm going to really pull this out quite far for this first layer. And I might even just, so it doesn't have a different background texture, I might just pull this down so I get all of that color. I'll just put the sparkle part in the middle. I mean, it is pulling down. That's okay. We can always use more of the glitter in our lives, right? We love the pretty stuff. At least I do. And probably why you're watching, because you love the pretty stuff too. All right, so this is good, I think, for this first layer. I'm just going to see if I can load it up here without having to dry it off. I can get a little bit more in there, I think. I don't want to have it too thick, but I do want it concentrated in the middle there. So easy peasy, maybe just a little bit over here. And I think that's okay. Right now, you're not seeing how pretty this is. Let me see if I can show you. Look how pretty. It's hard to see. Maybe there. That's a pretty good view. It looks better here than what I'm seeing on the screen, but maybe by the end, once it dries, it will show you more what it looks like. So just give this a quick dry. I will rinse this off. And then what we're going to be using to add the sparkler sparks, I guess, is you could use either a something like cardstock. I have these from when I used to be a librarian. That was in a former a decade ago. I was teaching as a librarian, and then I got my art certification, and I was teaching at a school, teaching K-5, and then I started doing this. So I always love to just take it step by step with you and walk you through it and show you how you can just use cardstock. You could use an expired gift card, something that you've used up, a hotel card, something like that. This is all I could find right now, so this is what I'm going to use. Okay, let's see if that's a little prettier. I think so. Now you can see it a little bit better. Okay, so take your card. Actually, let's make this the stick part first. So for the sparkler stick, let's see if I can find, I don't know why I'm not finding, oh, here we go. I lost it for a second there. Okay, we've got, oh, pressure. Okay, take your 1/2 inch flat or whatever size you have. Take a little bit of white, a little bit of black. We're just going to mix up a gray there. A little more of that white. I want to be able to see it here, so you could use whatever colors if you want to do it like a brown and add some blue in it, whatever you want to do, but we're just going to use what we have for this already. So this is going to be the center. It's going to be like it burned down a bit. So I'll just mark that, maybe a little more of a diagonal, okay? And then we'll just come up and then come, and we'll just bring this all the way off, okay? And if it's not 100%, the same width all the way down, it doesn't matter. It's just to get this in here. We can work on that in a bit. Okay, so right about here is where we're going to have it going. We'll just let that dry. And actually, I'll do that quickly so you don't have to sit there and wait for it. Okay. Not quite. Okay, that should be good. Now we're going to use that cardstock, or you could use your gift card, whatever you want to use. And we'll start with the yellow. We're going to just drag this card through the yellow, okay? And it matches the other yellow. And then just put it on there and just tap it, and not tap it, just slide it along, okay? You can do that as many times as you want, but we want to have it quite a bit. And it doesn't have to be connected. It doesn't have to be a perfect line. Like, you're going to run out of paint, and that kind of thing is going to happen. So you can just get more paint on your brush, on your cardboard or your gift card, and then just keep on doing this. So you can have some coming out farther. You can pull it both ways. If you end up with a really thick one like that, do not even worry about it. By the time we're done, it's not going to matter at all. In fact, I can just come over this and use up some of that paint, and I'm not going to stress out. And I'm going to have some coming here on this angle. All right, we're going to get some more. So you can see I have quite a big puddle here of that paint. I want it to have enough thickness in order to give me enough coverage when I go and put this on. So reload it quite frequently, and then just come around. I know it doesn't look very good now. We're definitely getting into that ugly phase. You can have it really thick, you can have it a little lighter, but I would recommend having some kind of bright or dark background so that it will show up. If you don't have a dark enough background, it's not going to work really well. You could do a navy, you could do the black, of course, like I am showing you here. Whatever you feel like doing. Okay, so we are going to use, I don't know if I told you about the colors. I think I did, right? We're going to use the 24 karat DecoArt Extreme Sheen metallic paint. And then this one was the Galaxy Glitter Pink Cosmo. I've also got DecoArt Bright Yellow, Warm White, and Lamp Ebony Black. Use anything similar, however you like to do it. It's going to be just fine. Okay, so let's take our card. We'll just wipe it off, and then we're going to go into the gold. So same thing. You're just going to repeat this. Now, this is a little goopy, so I'm not sure how well this is going to work. It's pretty thick. Might be okay. Let's try it out. You can see it's on the edge there. If you need to switch to a different edge, you can. All right, let me try it. It's okay. It's actually really cool to see it really thick like that. I'm okay with that. And I'm not going to try going both ways because I can see it's so thick that it's not going to give me a good result until I reload it. Okay, you can go back on top of the line and just pull down some more. If there's a disconnect, it's okay. And actually I dipped into my glitter paint, and that looks pretty nice too. Happy little accidents, right? We love those. Okay. So I definitely want to be able to see my gold showing. So take a step back maybe and make sure that you can see that gold. And I think kind of look at it, see where you need another one. So where I have that big blob of yellow, I'm just going to come right next to it, and it took care of the problem. It's easy to fix your mistakes if there are mistakes at all. They just might be meant to be, and in the end, it's not going to matter. Okay, and then our final layer is going to be with, so wipe that off. I'll get a new side here. Now we're going to go into that white. All right, so I've got that white on there. It's just going to give us a little pop. Okay, and you could just press it down like that instead of sliding. So press it, or you could even slide it, whatever seems to be needed and working for you. I'm going to just do a little more sliding, I think. This one will bring up a bit. We're going to use our liner brush to make some little asterisks on the ends of our sparkler. What are these things called? Embers? I don't know, whatever they are. You do these lives and you're like, it feels, all of a sudden you feel a little nervous. So No worries. I got this, but you know what I'm talking about, right? Okay, ooh, that's looking pretty. But you know, I'm not really seeing, you're not seeing the pink that I'm seeing. So maybe it would have been better to do the red, but we're just going to keep going with it. And maybe we can throw some of that pink on top just to get it to be really popping. So take your liner brush. This one is a 3/0. Get it wet. And we need to water down this white paint just slightly. We want to be able to pull and twist our brush. So I'll pull this over so you can see. So you want to be able to pull and twist your brush so you get a point on it. And then if you can make some nice little lines, you're good to go. So all you're going to do then is just make a little line across anywhere, okay? Some little lines like so. I'll show you in a sec. I'll just do a couple here. You could be going over the white. You can go over the yellow. It doesn't matter. So I'm going like feather light, and they're not super careful or anything. I might do more than 5 or 6 strokes. I might just do 3 strokes that are going across the lines. Okay, and then I need some that are going lower as well. That one's a bit goopy, but it's farther in, so it really didn't matter. Okay, so just do some more of these. Keep on pulling and twisting your brush so you get a nice little stroke. And you can just make some smaller, some bigger, vary where they are. Some are lower, some are higher, some are smaller, some are bigger. Okay, let me show you what that looks like. Okay, and then I'll do a couple more farther out. Let's see. I think I'll just do one, like a teeny one here. These extra little details are what makes it come to life and makes it a little more magical, right? All the details make it worth it. And I like these ones that went off the edge. It always makes it look a little better. I think I need a, oh, you know why? Because we have the stick right there, so that's why. But I'll do an extra, let's just do a pretend one right there that it's not actually connected, okay? Gives it a little bit, and then we'll just do another little asterisk up there. All right, so that kind of pulls the eye up there. Maybe we want to also have one, I'm just trying to think, maybe right around, we'll just do one right here, a little bit heavier. Okay. Yeah, that's looking pretty, right? We love the pretty stuff. Okay, I'm going to take this white while I have it. Just come up on the left side of my gray sparkler stick, a little bit right there. Right, if you want to add a bit of gold in that, you can. Just throw a bit of gold. I got to rinse off this brush. A little bit of gold, watered down very slightly. And you could do a few more. You could put this, you know, in any kind of painting that you wanted. It would make it really fun. Let me go ahead and dry this, and then I'll try adding a little more of that pink cosmos. Not sure where my red paint is. I think, oh, hold on a second. Let me see. I've got a metallic, but I don't see my red nebula. See what happens when you don't clean up? How's your art studio or your art space? Whether or not you're working in a space, you know what, sometimes if you're working in a non-dedicated space like your kitchen table or whatever, it does make it a little easier to keep things neat and clean and put away. But, you know, some of us not always so good about that. Oh, I found it. I found it, but I don't know if I can do this now, so let me see if I can just come in. This is the red nebula. And we'll just grab some of that on our liner brush here. It's going to be really heavy on the brush. You can see it's like flopping on there. Let's just come in and we'll just add a bit. It's probably not going to show up to you too much there, but I think it might be worth adding in just a bit. or even coming out here. Ooh, that's cool. Did you see that? All right, check that. Ooh, look at that reflection there. Oh, look at right there. I got to hold it right there. Look at. Okay, I'm going to come out here and I'm going to pull in. As long as I have it glopped on there, then I get that look I'm going for. See, this is not what I was going to show you, but look how fun it is when you have these little fun trials and you just see what might look good and you just give yourself a chance to play with your paint. And it's just so much fun, especially when you have glitter paint, right? You can't go wrong with this. So now we're going a little crazy. I don't know if that's too heavy. I'm going to put it down in a second and then we'll look at it down here. All right, let's take a look. Oh no, I think that's cool. I think that's awesome. All right, so you decide if you are up for that kind of thing, you can do it, but I'm going to have this go all the way off. That's just going to complete this and have it go all the way off, all the way around. That way it's going to feel like a really planned out thing, as if I intended it to do us to do this all along, right? Just keep that angle, the correct angle from the center going out, unlike what I just did here. So I was looking at the screen and talking to you and ignoring it. All right, here we go. Take that off, take that off, and a little bit of an angle here so you can see the pretty glitter. And I hope you had fun with this, and I hope you try it and make sure you share what your painting looks like. I'd love to see it right there. I got to hold that there while I turn the camera off. Happy painting, everyone.